Welcome back. We are still discussing militating against communal and ethnic conflicts. My question again, what are the negative effects of tribalism on this?
Thank you very much.
Yes.
One of the negative consequences of tribalism is that it kills diversity, like you have earlier mentioned. It gives a lot of negative image to the country. It does not allow intermarriage. It discourages, which is not supposed to be. Then development of a country, it will be very limited in terms of what the potentials of the people are. So people, individually, people will begin to feel, streamlined because of this effect of tribalism.
Yeah.
Some of them find themselves in position of leadership. Some of the tribes who find themselves in position of leadership will begin to look at more
that's like
of
nothing.
Almost for those that are not in the position, they will see them as someone that is not second-hand citizen. So those that find themselves in position of leadership would want to take advantage of it to give their own people more of opportunity, while those ones that are not, will begin to find their foot dragging, and it is not because they are not qualified for a particular position, but because they have somebody who is from their own ethnic settlement in the position of leader. So one of the things we are discouraging in this present government is the issue of tribalism, which I think we have learned our lesson. For those who would tell us at that time that the president should work with those he knows better, and these are issues that, has affected Nigeria as a nation. Look at the principles of Federal Character Commission was established. So when you want to give a political position, you don't need the principles of Federal Character Commission stipulate clearly that every geopolitical zone must be adequately represented. Whether the person is from core minority, is from this tribe, everybody must be represented at the center. But when we agitated that the president must follow the principles of the federal character system, some are saying, no, we should allow the president to pick those he knows who can work with him. So, but we leave all that today fallow for Nigerians to judge. We are in 7th year of the president's administration. So whether the country is good for it, Nigerians are there to judge. Whether it is other way, Nigerians are there to judge. So what we want and what we are supporting is law, is legal, and we agree, that Nigeria must not follow the toes of tribalism, other than the best person religion doing what is good for the country. Thank you.
Some of the negative effects of tribalism is also fear, anxiety, fight, destructions of lives and properties, war, if not properly checked.
Yes. It happened in Sudan. Yeah. In Sudan, tribalism, some sections are higher than the other region. So that region, the smaller region are the one, you see, God has a way of doing his thing. The smaller region of Sudan, they are the one in possession of the crude oil. While the larger proportion of those ones that are the other side are not in possession of crude oil, but they are the one dominating every administrative know-how of that country. That is why it wages out and turned out to be a war-prone zone.
Even after the separation.
Even after the separation, there's no peace till there. There's still war.
So some of us are still clamoring for separate Nigeria. Then it's not go there. It's not going to be easy.
It's not going to be easy, yes.
Because the way God distributed the natural resources, what is here is not found here. And we need each other to survive. That's one of my songs. I say we need each other to survive. You need me. You need me as an Hausa man. And me as an Igbo. I need a Yoruba man to survive. We need to work together to harness this natural resources God has given to us. Let's do away with this tribalism and religion. It's killing us. Our politicians popularize this now to knock our heads together, and we cannot say no to it. We are living together, cohabiting. They now come with, it must be religion. If you're not a Muslim, you're nowhere. If you're not a Christian, you're nowhere. No, we should put an end to all this and let there be peace.
To add to what you have said, ma, you see, Nigeria has about 19 resources out of 29 existing resources in the world. 28 existing resources, 19 resources. Out of 28 existing resources in the world.
Well endowed.
Yes, well endowed. And there's no state you would go today that does not have a natural resources in this country. But because our leaders had plunged their eyes in that crude oil.
Alone.
Every
other thing is now.
Every other thing goes fallow. They don't want to add. So what we should give credit to our forefathers who decided to, in 1959 in Olobiri, when they discovered crude oil, before after post-independence, 1960 we begin to see crude oil. When crude oil dried up in Olobiri, we begin to see crude oil in commercial quantity in other areas. Now our forefathers saw that this is a good one for the country. They left the issue of siphoning, picking the areas of corruption, but they were nationalists in their thinking. They were nationalists in their submission. They are nationalists in their objective. So today, they were able to fix that network of crude oil, exploration in commercial quantity. For many years, we have been enjoying it, but none of this other generation, after those 1950s, 40s generation, to develop other resources in commercial quantity. Let me give example. In Ondo State, we have bitumen. Bitumen, we have, according to report, it can take Nigeria more than 350 years in commercial quantity. But no leader, I say once again, is thinking of doing a future projection, plan, implement of developing those bitumen that can be useful locally and internationally for commercial development and revenue generating sources for Nigeria.
We do not only import, we don't export. Now so import. Yes. But we have God and bless us in so many areas.
Yes. If you get to Kwara State, we have a precious stone. If you get to what is causing issue in Zamfara today, for many of us who don't know, it is because of this gold in commercial quantity in Zamfara. The Inspector General of Police before now has to order that everybody there should be status quo, and he drove everybody and asked all the mobile police unit in that area to go and secure the gold that was found there, and that no activity should come on there again. But the governor, in his wisdom, picked that gold and took it to the president. We saw it on video and on picture. Big gold as a specimen to give the president. For our president to look at it and see how it can be harnessed in commercial quantity that will be of beneficial effect to me and you. But today, the story has been killed. Nothing of that nature is coming up.
Those are things. People are really self-centered. We should grow out of this. We should grow over this, for crying out loud. We'll take a break. We'll come back and continue. Vivid View.
Say and do it. This is Vivid View.